Good evening, my lovelies. It's Saturday the 21st of March and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm doing not too bad. I've had some anxiety problems this week, but I've managed to overcome them and get a big task done for super secret project, which, spoiler, it involves quarries of scred. But stuff has been getting done despite the mental hurdles that have been coming up, so hell yeah. And I would like to take this moment to say that I hope you are doing very, very well, and if you are facing anxiety problems yourself, you got this. You're gonna be okay. Just take a moment, settle, you'll be alright. Alright, so moving on. What have I been reading? I finished reading Pyramids by Pratchett, one of the Discworld novels. I found it I found it a little bit dry, and that's not a joke about sand, although it could be. No, I found that it kind of was a bit long. It felt like it could have been about half the length, and it would have been way better. Notably, there's a couple of bits where there's just chunks of dialogue that are just repeated, and I found myself just completely skimming over those, so not my favourite. Has some good moments in it though, definitely. I've also finished reading another Poison Apple book. I find it really interesting reading books where I'm very definitely not the target audience. It's a really interesting experience. I also read a Doctor Who book, which was by Derek Landy, who did the Skullduggery Pleasant books, which I have enjoyed a few. I found that though the author did a really good job in taking the on-screen Doctor and transposing him into written format, like it's exactly the Doctor. I find that the Doctor himself does not work in a written format. Like, all of the things, that mannerisms that sort of endear him in visually just don't work at all. When you actually listen only to the Doctor's dialogue, it's kind of fluff. Like, it's just fluff. So I found myself kind of skimming that one quite a fair bit, and I wasn't really that interested in it. Now, educational stuff. I was at a bit of a loss this time around. It seems to be a common theme. I need to do more research on these. Anyway, but Vin came to the rescue. He suggested a channel that does chemistry videos. I didn't get to that one, but I did get to this video by a group called The Fuse School, who I need to do some more research on because they look awesome. But they have a video on Rust, and everything that I've ever read about Rust has not actually conveyed it in a good fashion, whereas this video was very, very good. Basically just a very adequate description, so that's pretty awesome. So here's a link. On the random weird stuff note, I have apparently read 1.25 million words in the last 2 months. From January 20th to March 20th, I've clocked about 1.25 million words. That's a really big step for me, considering when I was at university, which was 2001 to about 2008, that's always a bit fuzzy for me, I used to read, say, 2 books a week, because I was on public transport, so I always had time for it. And I sort of declined quite a bit, and one of the mark points for me in the depression slide was that I stopped reading at all. For a few years there, I didn't read any books, nothing. And so for me to sort of then pick back up and read quite a fair amount, as you know, I really, really think that that's a good positive thing for me, so I am really super stoked. Okay, so on a less personal, more awesome note, Two games that I've been following for quite a while and have endorsed quite a bit. Formicide and Earth Tongue. They both got greenlit today, so well done for those guys. Earth Tongue actually has a really awesome trailer, and there's also a really cool video by there's one for the blooper reel, by the Geek remix ladies. They have done a pretty cool video, so I will link that. Hand motions, yes. There was also a really cool video that I saw earlier in the week, which was just a nice little clip with the developer from Gravity Ghost, and I felt that that was just a really cool thing, so here's a link for that too. Yes, more hand motions. Yes, excellent. I really need to get on that webcam thing so you can laugh at me a bit more often. Okay, so I hope you guys are doing really well. I am going to try and continue to be awesome. I think I need some more sleep, obviously, but I hope you guys are doing really well. I forgot. I would like to ask you guys a question, and that question is very simply, how much are you guys reading at the moment? Obviously I'm obsessing over it a bit, but let me know if you read a lot, if you don't read a lot, if you've noticed a pattern changing or anything like that. So leave comments, please. Anyway, so getting back to it, I hope you guys are doing really awesomely, and if you're not, take a moment, just relax. And I know it's really antagonizing to tell people who aren't relaxed to relax, but just breathe. Listen to my completely calming, stupidly Australian voice. And I know that you're going to be able to power through it, so take care of yourselves, take your meds, hydrate, get some sleep, and I will see you guys shortly. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye guys.